Good morning, students. In the previous lesson, we have completed budget receipts. ठीक है, we were doing components of government budget and we have completed budget receipts, which are further classified into revenue receipts and capital receipts. In today's lesson, we'll be completing budget expenditure. Expenditure means expenses. Budget expenditure is further divided into two parts. It is classified into two parts: revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Now, what is revenue expenditure? Revenue expenditure is the expenditure which does not create any asset for the government and does not reduce liabilities. On the other hand, capital expenditure is totally opposite of your revenue expenditure. Such expenses create an asset for your government and they reduce the liability. You will be more clear when I give you the examples. So let's move on to the examples first. Then I'll explain you it further. Okay. So the examples of revenue expenditure are salaries and wages to the government employees or defense expenditure. So as I have told you earlier, revenue expenditure is the one which does not create assets and does not reduce liabilities of your government. Okay. So what is revenue expenditure? It is the expenditure which does not create assets and even does not reduce liabilities of your government. So if your government is paying any salaries or any wages to the government employees, okay, it's just an expenditure. It is not creating any asset in return. Okay. On the other hand, if government is spending on the expenditure for buying land and building, will asset be created? Yes, asset will be created. Land and building is your asset, so it will be a capital expenditure. On the other hand, if government is paying for regular expenses, salaries or wages, yeah, defense expenditure, then it will not create any asset for your government and hence it will be a revenue expenditure. On the other hand, capital expenditure is the one which creates asset. Assets are created or liabilities are reduced. Examples are purchase of shares of any company. If government purchases the shares of any company, that will increase the assets of your government. The shares, the investments in the other companies are assets for your government. Next, repayment of the loans taken by Indian government. Now if your government is repaying the loans which it has taken from some other countries, then it will help to reduce the liabilities of your government, and any such expenditure, any such payment which helps to reduce liabilities of your government is termed as capital expenditure. Or if your government is spending on purchase of land and building, it will help to create assets will be increased and hence it will be a capital expenditure. Now that's all with the components of your government budget. We have completed budget receipts, we have even completed budget expenditure. Budget receipts are further classified into two: revenue receipts and capital receipts. Budget expenditure further is classified into two: revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Now you can get a question in your exam that what is the difference between revenue receipts and capital receipts. So what are revenue receipts? These are such receipts which do not create liability. And what are capital receipts? Such receipts create liabilities for your government. Next, revenue receipts, they do not reduce assets, jabki capital receipts, they reduce assets. Revenue receipts, examples of revenue receipt are tax and non-tax receipts. ठीक है, income tax, GST, escheat, special assessment, they are non-tax receipts. On the other hand, capital receipts, borrowing, recovery of loan, disinvestment or privatization. Fine. Next, revenue receipts, they do not create any burden for the future generations. Now if your government is receiving tax amount or it is receiving any fine amount from the public, it is not any burden for your future generations. Okay, no one has to pay back anything in return. On the other hand, if your government is डिपेंडिंग अपॉन कैपिटल रिसीट्स, बोरोइंग्स कर रही है गवर्नमेंट, ठीक है, किसी और कंट्री से बोरो कर रही है आपकी गवर्नमेंट, सो इट विल बी अ बर्डन फॉर द फ्यूचर जनरेशंस बिकॉज दे हैव टू पे बैक द बोरोइंग्स अमाउंट इन future. Okay, so now the next question that you can get in your exam is difference between revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Okay, now what is revenue expenditure? It does not create any asset. Capital expenditure creates assets. Next, revenue expenditure does not reduce liability. Capital expenditure reduces liability. Now what are the examples of revenue expenditure? Any scholarship or defense expenditure or salaries or wages paid by your government are revenue expenditure. On the other hand, capital expenditure, purchase of shares of any other company, is the capital expenditure. Next, revenue expenditure. High revenue expenditure points to the poverty in the economy. If your government is paying a lot of scholarships, lot of subsidies, lot of defense expenditure is being carried out, it means there is poverty in your economy. Now poverty is indicated by the subsidy expenditure of your government. If government is giving lots of subsidies to the people, it means that means your country is poor. Capital expenditure. High capital expenditure of the government indicates lack of private investment. Now if government is spending a lot of capital expenditure, okay, that means the private investment is lacking in your country. Private entrepreneurs are not investing in your country. Next question that you can get in your exam is difference between planned and non-planned expenditure of your government. Now as the name says, difference between plan is what? That means whatever has been already planned, and non-planned means which is not planned in the policies of your government. Okay, now what is planned expenditure? Expenditure which relates to the specified plans and programs of the government or state government, central government or state government. If your government has planned that it will be spending let's say 100 crores on education in the coming year, that's a planned expenditure. Okay, this has already been decided and government is moving as per its plans. For example, expenditure on payment of salaries, expenditure on building, this government has already decided in its plans and policies. On the other hand, what is non-planned expenditure? Non-planned expenditure is the expenditure which is not related to the plans of your government. Let's assume there has been a disaster in your country. Okay, there has been some natural disaster in your country. Okay, government has to spend on that natural disaster, so that will be a non-planned expenditure because occurrence of a disaster, occurrence of a natural calamity has never been it's never planned by the government. Okay, so it's a non-planned expenditure. We can take example of coronavirus. So see, government is spending a lot on testing. Okay, government is spending a lot on providing ration to the poorer sections of the society. So that's a non-planned expenditure of your government. Government would have never planned that such natural calamity will happen and it has to incur such big amount for such expenses. Okay, so it's a non-planned expenditure. Examples are disaster management expenditure or defense expenditure during war. Again, war is never predicted. If war happens, any such expenditure incurred during the war would be a non-planned expenditure. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.